Marcus, I vote for having rain, but no big nasty storms at all.
Absolutely. It would be nice to get through tomorrow and Wednesday without a severe storm warning. We can only hope, but it appears that everything's going to be together tomorrow for the risk of some severe thunderstorms. And when I show you Futurecast, you'll see why the risk is going to be there just a bit more. First things first, though, you want to make sure that you have our East Texas Storm Team app. Now, the best news I can tell you right now is that we will not need this overnight tonight. And it doesn't look like that we're going to need this even for Tuesday night. We'll have some storms early Wednesday morning, but overnight events, we are not looking at those. But keep an eye on Futurecast. That'll be key. And then tomorrow evening, if you've got outdoor plans, live radar will be your best bet. And then weather alerts. If you are going to be outside, those lightning alerts will definitely come in handy. Today's highs, upper 80s, some mid 80s as well. It was very warm before we had the temperatures all fall back into the low 80s and the 70s. That's because of more cloud cover that moved in. And right now, we are sitting into the lower in the mid 70s. It is very warm. Also very humid outside. You get the idea. Dew points are sitting into the mid and even some upper 60s. Radar check for us. All is quiet here in East Texas, and this will stay that way. Minus some patchy drizzle. Nothing severe is expected overnight tonight. Storms still in Oklahoma. Those are going to start to die down with time. The bulk of the action, though, really in central Arkansas, just northeast of the Little Rock area. This is a look at the storm reports in the last 24 hours. There has been a lot of hail, in some cases baseball size hail that has fallen in some spots. Look though at the tornado reports here in the last 24 hours, and there have been several of those that have touched down in portions of Arkansas. We had one near Mayflower, homes damaged near Highway 89 and I-40. That is northwest of Little Rock. And then a secondary one from earlier this evening. This was near the Little Rock Air Force Base, where an observer there reported a tornado that took place there from a bit earlier. Also, a couple of tornadoes reported just to the east of Fort Smith from a bit earlier tonight. Let me take you to the forecast for tomorrow. Things are going to start quiet here. Again, as I mentioned, some patchy drizzle possible, but it's after 4 or 5 o'clock that we expect to see the greater coverage of rain and thunderstorms to pick up. First of all, it's very warm, lower to mid 80s, strong southeast wind. We'll get some gusts tomorrow, upwards to about 30 miles an hour, but storms are more likely in the early evening. After about 9 or 10 o'clock, that will begin to pull away, and then our storm chance for the rest of Tuesday night is over, but it does pick back up going into Wednesday morning. So our overall threats for the next 2 days: wind gusts, isolated tornado, heavy rain going to be the top concerns. Cannot rule out maybe some large hail and any individual storm that could form. Futurecast for us this afternoon, or Tuesday afternoon, I should say. We've got a mostly cloudy sky. There will be some cloud breaks. This is where we'll probably see some of the stronger wind gusts. Here are storms that are beginning to form out west of Interstate 35. Those are the ones that are headed in our direction. And notice how initially they're more supercellular, individual in nature. Then they start to form a line. And notice the backward C shape. That is a bowing segment. An intense round of damaging wind gusts will be possible as the line moves in. Notice the timing, though. This is 6, 7, 8 o'clock, and that line is working its way through East Texas. We will root for this to not slow down at all, such that it is out of here before we reach the midnight period. But you got to remain weather aware tomorrow evening with this risk of some stronger storms that may begin to pick up. Then we go into Wednesday, and we've got an enhanced risk of severe storms, especially for locations east of Highway 69. These storms could get started as early as 5 or 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning, and this is ahead of the cold front. So we've got some more unstable air that's in place, so Wednesday morning could be a bit bumpy. Watch what happens, though, midday. Heading into the early afternoon, still a few scattered storms that are around. Then they begin to increase a bit more toward Toledo Bend after 3 or 4 o'clock on Wednesday. Then the storm threat will finally begin to come to an end, and then we'll be left with some slightly drier air. Not completely out of the woods yet for more rain. There could be some as we head toward the Easter weekend. But tomorrow and Wednesday, best chances for some strong to severe storms. Not everybody will see this, but the risk and the potential is there because of all the ingredients that are in play. Similar forecast here in deep East Texas. We'll have that storm threat tomorrow evening and again until the early to mid-afternoon on Wednesday.